Is this a conspiracy? Or what do you think it really is? So they did a study and they showed how this is only in America, American bus companies do not have stops in the poor black areas. Or if they did, they're pulling them out of the poor black areas. And any buses that do even go to those poor areas only run like once an hour or something crazy, like once every 2 hours. And they have slowly increased and increased and increased the bus fare, and not in accordance with any cost of living increase or anything like that, to the point that the very purpose of the bus, which was to allow public transportation, especially for the poor who don't have cars, to be able to get to work, not to be able to even take the bus. You can't catch the bus. The bus is late. The bus is early, and the bus driver makes it his mission to make sure that you miss the bus. Like he will see somebody running for the bus and slams on the gas and pull away from the person. Now I read some comments and said, well, those areas are dangerous. Well, the whole point of the bus is that you want to get the poor people to the job so that they can continuously make money. But what they're doing is putting the buses inside of the business district and the high rent districts so that the wealthy people and the well-to-do have a convenient bus. And these aren't, of course, just white people who live there. It was whoever lives there. But they don't need a bus. The whole point of a bus is that the poor people take it to get to where they're going. I did a year in master's in graduate school, 1 year in public administration. So when I say the whole purpose of a bus is to transport poor people to their jobs, that's exactly what it's for. It's not for anything else. It's not for cutting down on congestion, and it's not for cutting down on greenhouse gases or any ridiculous crap like that. Buses, trolleys, and what have you have been around way before politicians have said that it was bad to use carbon. Buses, trolleys, what have you, was intended to get people who don't have the luxury, did you hear me? The luxury of owning a car to get to work. Hey, peasant, I need you to get to work. Oh, you can't get to work by yourself? Unlike the black people who got to work by themselves in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, they walked to work. Yes, they walked all the way from Black Town to White Town on foot, both ways, barefoot in the snow, and got there on time. Yes. This is the history of black people, not this whole black people are shiftless and lazy. So, so we're talking about all white countries, right? Trolleys and buses were intended to get the peasants to their job, right? That's why the schools are the way they are. They want to teach peasants to remain peasants, not teach peasants to become liberal arts masters and thinkers and what have you, right? So you want to get the peasants to their job. And now in the United States, because of racism, and yes, it is racism and classism, but the two go hand in hand in the United States. While there may be a whole lot more poor white people than anything else, they still benefit from white supremacy. So they're not as bad off as, say, a black person or a Chicano or something like that. They are now pulling back from allowing poor people, and this, of course, is a socially engineered program. Let's dump these people into this cesspool, take away their ability to get out of the cesspool. Why don't you think about the Amish? The Amish don't have to pay taxes pretty much, I believe. And a lot of them are millionaires, and they don't make that much money. Literally, I mean, they don't, right? But because of the way they have everything situated, they become very rich. If they don't have to depend on the government for stuff and they can do everything themselves, right? Including grow their own food. They don't have to depend on this social engineered crap that's going on. I want to do a video specifically on the social engineering of the United States of America. And not just about black people, but anybody who's poor, who's completely broke, slightly broke, and the working poor, and how it's all engineered for just the most craptastic stuff you've ever seen. And it's only in America. We don't have this problem anywhere else, except, some maybe Africa, but in Africa, they just out and out slaughter the black people. They don't waste their time with engineering psychological things that they have to get to. But this video was about buses. What do you think about that? And do you understand when I say that this is social engineering, that they're pulling the buses out of the poor areas, raising the bus fare so that the people who don't need a bus are the only ones who can afford to ride a bus? I think a friend of mine said a monthly bus fare is $100 and something. Do you think poor people have an extra $100 and something lying around? I don't know how it is about getting jobs where you all are, but they don't pay that well. It's definitely not $100 and something. And so even the daily bus fare is even more than $100 and something a month, right? It's always that when you buy it in bulk, it's cheaper. So if you buy it just piecemeal, it's more expensive. So if it's $100 and something, it's close to $200 and something a month if you buy it by day. This is a conspiracy. Thank you for watching Shit Come Live Show.